Welcome to ELH4X4 Doing Stuff. Today we're working on 2013 F150 FX4 with the 5.0 liter. And I had replaced a throttle body and a water pump, but the video footage was horrible. So after I had finished up the job, I dropped it off to the customer, and the customer stated that it was leaking. It was still leaking. So I thought that, you know, the changing out the water pump would have fixed the problem, but it just revealed some other problems. So I'll show you. And I should have did this after replacing, or even before replacing, but let me try to get you set up with a better camera angle so we can see what's going on. So you're maybe asking, what could I have done? Well, what I should have done, coulda, woulda, shoulda, is got the pressure tester out to confirm. Because when I first looked at the problem, I noticed that the belt, that's another thing too, I replaced the belt for the water pump, and I was able to grab the pulley and it was moving. And you know, there's some fluid buildup directly underneath of the water pump, so I assumed that it was just the water pump that was leaking. Well, it ended up biting me, because I dropped the vehicle back off and it wasn't truly fixed. So I'll show you what's going on here. Yeah, I think that might be a good angle. Maybe. I'm dealing with aluminum. There we go. Is that it? All right, let's get some pressure going here. All right, and what we don't really see, maybe you can, it's leaking right here. So this is the issue right here. I even, in the video that doesn't exist, was talking about being careful not to break it with this molded hose and all these other things. And when you go to put it on, that you have to take the thermostat housing off, and that way you can fit it on. But we're going to be covering that stuff anyway. Got the drip pan underneath the vehicle, and we're just going to go through disconnecting. I'm waiting on the part to show up, but you know, the vehicle isn't going anywhere. Might as well just start working on it right now. So we're going to disconnect some of these hose clamps. The overflow tank, we're going to remove this hose out of the way. It'll give us access to the housing for the thermostat. And we're dealing with some incoming weather. You know, it's about 68 to 70 degrees right now, and today's date is, I think, like February 8th. So we're in the middle of winter and it's about 70 degrees out. All right, let's get on it. So you'd think you'd just be able to pull this one off, but the way it's in there, it's not that simple. You have to remove this housing. Now when I first took this hose off, I had to use one of those hose picks to break the seal that the hose has on the housing that it was on. I may not have to do that. There we go. Anyway, we'll work with that later, but can't really see it either. But it was leaking at this connector. Right in here somewheres. Alright, now all I gotta do is just wait for the part to show up. Alright, I guess I'm going to have to get that tool. Alright, part just showed up. Cool. Alright. Comes with the clamp. Clamp is already cocked and ready to fire. Cool. Comes with the little wire, whatever that thing is called. So I thought I was going to have to take the hose clamp off of this, but this thing is ready to go. This is a Gates 24857. They didn't have a Motorcraft, and then they were out of stock of the metal ones. So, all right, let's get this installed. So this gets put on first onto the housing. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is clocked also. We're gonna have to move this clip back. Let me get my pick, hold on. All right, where were we? There we go, there's flats that we can put that on, and right here is the key, right, to clock the hose in the proper position. There we go. All right, that's in. Now we can slide our upper hose on. We can get bolt started. And another bolt started. Right, be careful of your mass airflow sensor. I had to tape it. I got to retape it. Anyway, that was done before I got here, but I'm not contributing to the well-being of it. So be careful with your mass airflow sensor. I still have it just a little bit loose, all right? That way we can push the hose on a little bit further. Okay, got that one on. And what I did do also is I recovered the antifreeze and filtered it out through a microfiber cloth to get a lot of the large sediment, because this antifreeze is brand new from when I changed the water pump. So we snug these housing bolts down a little bit at a time. All right, that way we draw it down evenly. Okay, all right. Okay, we'll get the overflow tank hose reinstalled. There we go. Almost. Almost. Okay. Right, that's on. We got to get this other hose. I'll show you this. This is pretty cool. So stand. All right, you see that? So all we need is a little flat blade screwdriver. We're going to slip it into the slot. Pry up. Hose clamp is installed. All right, we're going to fill the reservoir back up. And then do a pressure check. All right, so as we were filling it up, it was immediately leaking out of this upper radiator hose. So the seal didn't feel like it had any resistance on this pipe. All right, that feels a little bit better. Let's see what that does. I may have to go to a smaller size, but yeah, I have to recover the antifreeze. Stand by. What are we looking at? All right. Gotta get my funnel. All right, let's hook the pressure gauge up to it, because it was leaking. I see it dripping. I think I see it dripping. It is wet, so we may have to go to a smaller O-ring. All right, we got a pressure gauge on. No, maybe not. All right, we're sitting at about 16. 16. So this part already comes with a new seal O-ring. All right, so the upper hose was the existing O-ring. So you may go out and buy the O-ring anyway, because the hose is fine. It was just that this seal right here wasn't making good contact around this part. Are you seeing that? There. All right, we're holding 16. I'm going to say that this was a success, so I got to get it buttoned up pretty quick because it's starting to liquid sunshine. So thanks for watching ELH4X4 doing stuff, replacing this, whatever you want to call it. Let's see what the coolant hose pipe. So, all right, we'll see you at the next one.